Hi and welcome back to the AQA GCSE History Elizabeth I Revision Series. This is episode 8 and we're looking at Elizabethan sailors. English sailors weren't that interested in voyages of discovery at first, but once they recognised the economic opportunities on offer in the Americas and Asia, there was no stopping them. The Portuguese and Spanish were the first to explore the world beyond Europe. By the time Elizabeth became queen in 1558, both countries had established many colonies in Americas. It was only in the 1560s that the English sailors began to take an interest in global exploration. Spanish trade with the American colonies was very profitable. Their treasure ships returned to Europe full of silver and gold. The wealth of the region attracted English privateers who hoped to get rich by trading with Spanish colonies. John Hawkins was the first English privateer to take part in the Atlantic slave trade. In the 1560s, he made 3 slave trading voyages, capturing Africans and selling them to slaves in Central America in Spanish settlers. The Spanish didn't want the English to trade with the Spanish settlers, so his activities fueled growing tension between England and Spain. After his return to England, he designed and built ships for the Navy. Elizabeth appointed him a vice admiral to fight against Spanish Armada. The impact of this was that he had developed new types of fighting galleons which were faster, lighter, and better able to withstand harsh weather conditions than ships in the Spanish fleet. His innovative designs were important and helped lead England to the victory. Sir Francis Drake was cousin to John Hawkins. He grew up as a Puritan and hated Catholics and the Spanish. He first voyaged in 1566 as a slave trader. He was attacked in 1568 by the Spanish in Mexico, losing 4 ships and over 300 men. He sought to take revenge on the Spanish after this. Drake circumnavigated the globe between 1577 and 1580. He explored South America and raided many Spanish settlements. In the Pacific, he captured 2 very valuable Spanish treasure ships. He went on to play a role in the Spanish Armada by attacking Cadiz in 1587 and delaying preparations. He was also vice admiral during the Armada. When he returned, Drake was knighted by Elizabeth aboard one of his ships, the Golden Hind. This royal recognition was a vast wealth that Drake had brought back from the journey, encouraged more English sailors to set out on long-distance journeys. The impact of this was that he had launched successful attacks on the Spanish Empire, bringing back gold, silver, and jewels, making a huge profit. He also claimed new land for England and made valuable trading contacts with the Spice Lands. He was also knighted by Elizabeth and made an admiral. Walter Raleigh was a famous sailor, explorer, and courtier. The Queen invested in his privateering expeditions against the Spanish. He wanted to establish colonies for Elizabeth in North America. The area was thought to have an inexhaustible supply of wine, oil, sugar, and flax, and would reduce England's trading dependence upon Europe. In 1584, he obtained a royal charter to establish a colony on Roanoke Island, off the coast of North Carolina. He organized 2 expeditions to take settlers to the colony. The first group came home after a year. The second were left there, but later disappeared. There is no conclusive proof of what happened to the colonists. The impact of this was that Raleigh was imprisoned in the Tower of London in June of 1592 for marrying one of Elizabeth's ladies-in-waiting. He was released in August of 1592 to lead a very unsuccessful naval attack on the Spanish. Following the attack, Raleigh, who had sent back to the Tower of London, but was released the following year and became a Member of Parliament. Whilst imprisoned in the Tower, Raleigh wrote many poems and even wrote the history of the world. So that's the end of episode 8 of the AQA GCSE History Elizabeth I Revision Series. Next episode will be on the religious settlement. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed.